Could you handle what you're praying for? I mean, if God decided today is a day that you get all the things that you have been praying for, all the abundance, the spouse, the children, the house, more money, more impact, would you be able to handle it all? This was a question that I got real with a couple years ago, and I realized that I couldn't. You see, I was the one praying for those things. I was the one asking God about purpose. I was the one asking God for deeper friendships, and relationships that were filled with intimacy. But at the same time, I was not in a position to handle what I was asking for. I was not in a position to manage what I was asking for. Because even though I was a servant who was asking God for, he didn't ask God, but I wanted the 5 talents. I wanted the 2 talents. I had the mindset and the behavior of the one who got the 1 talent, right? And what did that look like for me? I desired deeper intimacy, but I was in no shape or form ready to handle deeper intimacy, right? I desired better friendships and better relationships, and yet I had not handled the relationships and the friendships that I had now with care. I desired more money, and yet I did not handle the finances that I had with discipline, right? I wanted more impact, and yet if God gave me the opportunities to make more impact, I would not have the time nor the energy to be able to do these things, because my calendar was always filled with the things that I was doing for everybody else and how I was showing up for everybody else because I had a problem saying no. And so I look back on those times and I become thankful that God did not give me the things that I was praying for in that season, because I would have made a mess of them. And so today, my dear pink flamingo friend, I ask you a question for you to get really, really serious and open and honest with yourself. If God gave you the things that you are praying for today, would you be able to handle them? Because it would be a shame if you're not like the servant with the 1 talent. If you're not like him who goes back to his savior and his master and say, you're a hard man, and I know that you do this and that you have this sort of attitude and that you expect to sow and you bury it. It could be that you're unintentionally burying the things that God wants to put into your hands because you're not ready to handle them. It could be that you're overlooking opportunities that God has given you because you are not ready to handle them. You're unable to see them because of how much you have going on with you now. And it would be a shame. I like to think that God is not irresponsible. He loves us, but like a good father who loves his children and wants to give his children good gifts, he expects us to be able to take care of those gifts that he has placed in our hands. So don't just pray for the things. Pray that God prepares you to handle those things. So again, I ask you this question, my dear pink flamingo friend. Are you ready for what you are praying for?